Dear students, in this video lecture, we will discuss multiple choice questions and true false statements in chapter Final Accounts of a Company in subject Advanced Accounting and Auditing paper 4 for class 2nd year BCom semester 4 Veer Narmad South Gujarat University. Dear students, we have studied preparation of final accounts of a company in first year BCom semester 1 in chapter Structure of Balance Sheet, where we prepared a vertical balance sheet as per Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. On the base of that previous knowledge of class first year BCom semester 2, here I am going to discuss with you few multiple choice questions and true and false statement. Multiple choice questions. Number 1. Which of the following should be deducted from the share capital to find out paid up capital of the company? Option A, calls in advance. Option B, calls in arrears. Option C, securities premium. Option D, bonus. Dear students, as we know, calls in arrears is unpaid call on share capital issued. So, to find out paid up capital of the company, calls in arrears will be deducted from the share capital. So, our correct option is option B. Next, second question. Dividends are usually paid on option A, authorized capital. Option B, issued capital. Option C, paid up capital. Option D, reserve capital. Dear students, dividends are paid to the shareholders of the company. Authorized capital is the capital to be issued by company during its lifetime, whereas issue capital represents capital issued to the public. And option C is a paid up capital. It means on issue capital amount paid by shareholders. So dividend will be paid by company on paid up share capital of the company. So here the correct option is option C. Next, question number 3. Which of the following is not shown under the head share capital in the balance sheet of a company? Option A, preference share capital. Option B, calls in arrears. C, forfeited shares. D, preference dividend. So this is very common question. Preference share capital will be shown in balance sheet under share capital head. Calls in arrears will be shown in the same head as a deduction. Forfeited shares will be shown in the same head. So the last preference dividend will be recorded as a short term provisions, okay, and not shown under the head share capital. So the correct option is option D. Next, number 4. Which of the following items cannot be shown as reserve? Security premium. B, capital reserve. C, capital redemption reserve. D, none of the above. Dear student, here it is about reserve and surplus, and we know that securities premium, capital reserve and capital redemption reserve, all three are reserves. So our correct option is none of the above. Next, number 5. As per Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013, unclaimed dividends are to be shown as A, current assets. B, current liabilities. C, reserve and surplus. D, none of the above. Dear students, unclaimed liability, that is unclaimed dividends on equity share, is nothing but our short term or a current liabilities of the company. it is dividend not paid to the shareholders. So the correct option is option B, current liabilities. Next, number 6, interim dividend of a company can be declared by option A, only by shareholders, B, board of directors after approval of stock exchange, C, board of directors, and D, none of the above. So interim dividend is declared by the board of directors of the company, and the correct option is C. Next, number 7, which of the following is not an example of contingent liabilities? Contingent liabilities means liabilities depending upon occurrence or non-occurrence of future uncertain event. And here our options are A, liability in respect of bill discounted, B, interim dividend, C, liability under guarantee, and D, option A, B and C. Here we are asked not an example of contingent liability, not a contingent liability. Option A is a contingent liability because bill discounted before its date of maturity is our contingent liability. Same C, liability under guarantee is a contingent liability. So interim dividend is not a contingent liability. So our correct option is option B. Next, number 8. Which of the following is not a secured loan? Option A, debentures, option B, public deposits, option C, term loan from banks, and option D, none of the above. Here, not a secured loan. As we know, debentures and term loans are long-term borrowings and secured. So only public deposits are unsecured loans. So correct option is option B. Next, question 9. Advance tax that appears in trial balance is shown, option A, as a current liability in the balance sheet, option B, as an expenses in profit and loss account, C, under the head short term loan and advances, and D, none of the above. Dear students, advance tax means tax paid in advance for the current previous year or a current financial year. So it is one kind of assets of the company. So it will be shown under the head short term loans and advances on asset side of the balance sheet. So our correct option is option C. Next, number 10. Which of the following assets is shown under fixed assets head? Investments, B, fixed deposits with bank, option C, loose tools, and option D, motor vehicles. Here under fixed assets tangible or intangible. So here fixed assets tangible is motor vehicle. So correct option is option D. Next, question 11. Unpaid mature debentures and interest accrued thereon is a dash. A, current liability, B, long-term borrowing, C, long-term provisions, and D, all A, B and C. Dear students, unpaid matured matlab it is already matured to pay debentures along with interest. So it is nothing but our current liability. So the correct option is option A, current liabilities. Question number 12. Which of the following is a trade receivables? Option A, sundry debtors, option B, prepaid expenses, option C, sundry creditors, and option D, none of the above. Here we are asked about trade receivables. So in the balance sheet on asset side, trade receivables are two types. First is sundry debtors and the second is bills receivable. So here the correct option is option A, sundry debtors. Now we will see few true and false statements. Statement number 1. Interest accrued and due is shown as current liability in the balance sheet. Here it is accrued interest and due, so it becomes our liability and it's a short term liability. So the given statement is true. Next, Workman compensation reserve is shown under the head reserve and surplus in balance sheet. Dear students, workman compensation reserve or a workman accident compensation reserve or a fund is nothing but our reserve and surplus. So the given statement number 2 is true. Balance sheet number 3, balance sheet of joint stock company is prepared as per schedule 4(6) of the Companies Act 2013. Here it is said schedule 6 of the Companies Act 2013. The given statement is false because balance sheet of a joint stock company is prepared as per schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013. Number 4, financial statements of joint stock company include profit and loss statement. Yes, the given statement is true because profit and loss statement is a financial statement of a joint stock company. Next, the financial statement shall comply with accounting standards. Yes, the given statement is true. Next, number 6, current liabilities is expected to be settled in a company's normal operating cycle. Here it is about the settlement of current liabilities of a company during normal operating cycle. It means a period of 1 financial year, 12 months. So the given statement is true. Next, number 7, debit balance of profit and loss account is shown in asset side of the balance sheet. The given statement is false. As per Companies Act 2013, Schedule 3, debit balance of profit and loss account will be shown in balance sheet on liability side under the head reserve and surplus. After adding all the reserves, debit balance of profit and loss account will be deducted. So the given statement is false. Next, calls in arrears by directors need not to be disclosed separately. As per Companies Act 2013, Schedule 3, it is to be disclosed separately in balance sheet under the head share capital as a calls in arrears from directors. So the given statement is false. Statement number 9, uncalled liability on partly paid up shares held as an investment is disclosed as a contingent liability. Uncalled liability on investment is a contingent liability and the given statement is true. Tax deducted at source on investment income is shown as asset in balance sheet. The given statement is true. It is nothing but a TDS on investment interest or investment dividend. So it is our assets and will be shown in balance sheet on asset side. So given statement is true. Dear students, these are some multiple choice questions and true false statement we have discussed. You watch this video very carefully, try to understand, study more questions from your book available for our internal examination purpose. Thank you very much for watching this video lecture. Very soon we will meet with another questions in the same chapter.